Are you a business owner who needs to get capital to start or grow your business? I'm finna show you how I was able to get over $70,000 from Chase Bank. $73,000 was the amount I actually got. And I'm gonna tell you, there's a proven framework that I've used time after time to be able to get these results. Not only was I able to get $73,000 from Chase Bank, I used the same formula and went over to American Express to get even more. See, these are two of the most strict lenders that people struggle to get anything from, and I've been able to get the largest amount from these two with this proven formula. And I want to share with you guys today. Quick insight about myself: I'm a driver, so everyone calls me Blue Collar T, founder of the Blue Collar Movement, and it starts with us because me being a truck driver, I was the guy that was living over the road out the back of my truck for years, trying to stack my money to purchase my own truck and trailer. And I'm gonna tell you, even if you have small expenses like that, it's still gonna take a lot of time to save up tens of thousands of dollars to invest in starting your company. You're going to exhaust yourself with all of the effort, burn yourself out. And there's no need to when you can just position yourself to go get capital from the banks. Think about it. You're already working 9 to 5 and your money goes directly to them first. Why would you not leverage your position, your connection with them to give so they can give you capital? There's a such thing as called 0% intro business credit, right? And that means basically they will loan you capital at 0% interest for X amount of months, usually from 12 to 24 plus months. And you can use that interest free. Not a single dollar of interest will be charged during that period. And this is how a lot of businesses start and grow profitably by using this. But in order for you to get it, you're going to have to understand what they're going to judge you based off of. And most people are going into these banks and they just they're not aiming at shooting blindly, hoping that some stick and hoping that they get results. And most walk out sad, and it's because they don't know what they're doing. Today, I'm going to break down what the banks are looking for. And it's a 4-part formula. It starts with one, your credit. Okay. So credit is number one, right? With your credit, you want to have a 680 credit score or better. But I always tell everyone you want to have at least 700 because with the 680 minimum, you do minimum, you get minimum, right? And it's not all about the score, okay? The score is simply for consumers to know where they are placed on the totem pole, okay? But when you go apply for loans or anything from banks, lenders, they're going to judge you on your actual credit report. They're going to look at it. They're going to look at the type of accounts you have, the number of positive accounts. They're going to see if you have any negative items like collections, charge-off, late payments, bankruptcies, evictions. These things hurt. Having negative items on your credit report, they will hurt your odds of being approved and the limits that you're approved, if you're even approved. Because what happens is, let's say you have a collection account on your profile and you're going to apply for a credit card. Well, that collection account says to the lender, this person has already went and got money before, and not only were they not paying late, they didn't pay at all. The person that loaned them this money had to just pay it off to a collections agency. Nobody wants to loan you money when they feel that you're not going to pay them back. Okay, so that's how they think, right? So you want to have your credit score, you want to have it built out, you want to have no negative items, you want to have a certain number of positive accounts. And utilization matters. That's a big thing. That's another thing they look for, utilization. And then you also want to have your debt. You want to have your debt. You don't want to have your debt too high. These are just a couple of things that you can look for when it comes to your credit report, okay? And then we have company. Company. See, a lot of people have good credit already. They have the certain amount of accounts. They have it built out. They know their credit is immaculate. They might have a 750 plus, even a 780. But they think that they have to have revenue for their company in order to get business funding. I'm going to tell you, you can go straight into a bank as a brand new LLC and no revenue and still be able to walk out with great limits. I'm a walking testament of that. It's all about how you position yourself, and that determines basically everything because it's about paper. The way that your company is structured on paper is what makes them think, this is a great company. Because if they're looking over your company in the paperwork and it looks like a 7-figure corporation, why would they not loan you money? Think about it. If your business looks like it's operating on the same level as Amazon, Walmart, or a Fortune 500 company, they would love to invest in you. And they're going to give you that 0% intro. See, you have to understand how to structure your company. And one of the big mistakes people make is having a Gmail address for their business. You should not have a Gmail address. It makes you look bootleg. It makes you look low class. It makes you look like you're an amateur, you're a beginner. You're not operating on a high level. It just makes them like, So that's just one of the key things that they look for. And then also the industry that your business is operating in. You can be in a high risk industry without even knowing it. And there are ways around it because, for instance, take transportation, right? You can be in a truck, you can have a trucking business, but if you file it under a logistics company, now you look less risky. See? So that's just a game for you guys, right? Then we're going to take connection, right? Connection is the third. This has a lot to do with this has everything to do with how you are operating with the bank, the relationship that you're building with the bank. See, you have to understand, building a relationship with the bank is just like dating. When you approach a woman, you don't want to just instantly try to take her to bed. I mean, you might want to, but it probably is not going to go as planned, right? Because you have to know how to build up that relationship to make her, if you do it right, she'll ask you to bring her to bed. But it's based on how you date her. And that's what the connection is here. It's a strategy. It's a proven strategy. It's worked time after time. Again, I use the same formula with Chase Bank. I use the same formula with Amex. It's all about how you connect and build a relationship with these banks. And it works. It works like a charm. Lastly, capitalization. Capitalization. That's the last one. And that has everything to do with the last step that you're going to take when it comes to getting yourself funded. Because you can go ahead and apply, but if you don't apply the right way, it's going to result in denial. If you're approved, if you don't apply the right way, it's going to result in low limits. You're not going to be able to get 70,000. Now, I'm not saying that you can. I'm not guaranteeing that you're going to get $73,000 by following this framework. You could get less. You could get more. But it is a proven framework to get results. I've used it with the top lenders that has Amex and American Express and Chase, two banks that everyone knows is hard to get money out of. And I got $73,000 to invest into my brand new business, and I doing Amex did the same. So this is just I wanted to show you guys to let you know how to make it happen. I want to see you get the results. Holler at me if you got any questions. I love to answer questions. I've been doing this now for a little over 2.5 years, and we get money. Like we going to these banks, we leveraging ourselves to get money, and we reach a financial freedom, especially if you're a trucker. That's why I built this blue collar movement for us truckers, because so many of us were working hard, we're putting all the effort in, but effort isn't key to financial freedom. Leverage is. Leverage is what's gonna get us the success. Leverage is gonna speed it up. Leverage is gonna hit the goal every time. We gotta know how to position ourselves. We gotta know how to leverage ourselves, and that's when the results that we desire is gonna come every single time. Holla at you on the flip side, Jarvis.